Okay, my fellow flames, exciting news indeed, yes. Apparently, there is a Where Winds Meet 2026 roadmap for the game going into global for 2026. And khrazegaming has everything we need broken down into a very nice video. So let's see if Where Winds Meet 2026 is as exciting as apparently this title suggests. Let's get into this. If you enjoy this reaction and enjoy everything I put out for Where Winds Meet, leave a like, comment down below, and subscribe if you are new. We are almost at 10,000 subscribers, and I know we can get there very, very soon. Also, a bunch of you aren't subscribed. A bunch of you aren't subscribing to the channel. I recommend that you do. Otherwise, you're just going to be silly gooses and donkeys. I'm joking. I love every single one of you. Let's get into this.
So I've spent the last few weeks playing the future version of Where Winds Meet on the Chinese servers.
Okay.
And 2026 roadmap is looking insane.
Explain.
We're getting flying vehicles, massive new regions.
What? Whoa, whoa, what is that? What is that armor?
Massive new regions.
What is that? That's an armor set?
Massive new regions.
I can't even get a good look. Let me get a good look at it, please, please.
Vehicles, massive new regions.
Oh my god! Look at that! Oof! That's got a bit of oomph to it, right? Wait a minute, is that an Oni? I'm not sure if you guys can see if my camera's blocking it, but there looks to be like an Oni skin in the bottom right. I think you can just about see it. That looks crazy. Okay. Okay, maybe it's looking to be a good one.
And most recently, a huge advantage for
Damn!
play users that will save you a lot of money. And speaking of cool things coming out, here's today's sponsor.
Oh, Do a Night Abyss, yes! The anime Warframe game. We love this. We love this. Great game. Anyway.
The version of the game currently has 2 maps, as you probably already know. However, the CN version has 4 extra.
Oh, wait. CN has all of that? CN has all of that? Interesting.
CN version has 4 extra, with a 5th one that just launched the
Wow,
other day.
okay.
So we've got Hexy to the west, which itself is made out of 3 very different sub-regions. The Mohist Hill, also dubbed as the Nameless Mountain, up north on the map we currently know of. And just the other day, a 5th new zone got launched with update 2.3 called Hutuo River, or at the very least,
what
that's
the hell in the Mystic Arts is this? This looks insane. This really is going into the philosophy and the mythos of China. Like, it's going into the mythology of China. It's going into the mystical aspects, which I love about China. Like, look at Black Myth Wukong. I loved that game. And it looks like it's giving, obviously, they're both of Chinese origin. But my God, it looks so much like Black Myth Wukong. There's so many elements of it. I love it. I love it, love it, love it.
Tells me this genuinely makes it seem like
is that the Flying Dutchman? What in the Davy Jones is this?
Just playing through a glorified tutorial at the current time compared to the CN version.
These regions look insane, by the way.
But that is not all, and you
the
won't believe how different the game feels when playing through all of these different zones, each with their own unique mechanics and heaps of new content. So let's take a look at some of them that we're gonna get in the near future. And we're gonna start with the desert region, also known as the Human Pass. This should be the next region we should unlock in the global version early 2026. Despite its desolate aesthetic, it gives some of the most solid Prince of Persia vibes that I've gotten since, well, basically Prince of Persia.
I like that. I played Prince of Persia way back in the PS2 era, and I love the Prince of Persia game. Is it the Dagger of Time or the Sands of Time? Yeah, the Prince of Persia is amazing. I'm glad that he's referenced that this is very similar to Prince of Persia. The map looks insane. It looks insane.
First, you get a very neat rewind mechanic that helps you with puzzle solving.
Dagger of Time, okay, I'm guessing that's where one of the references is, because Dagger of Time can reverse time to an extent. Very nice.
Exploration, even collecting some of the new oddities.
What is that?
All the way to
was he fighting? Is that an orb? The moon? Oh, the Flying Dutchman.
It features a unique new traversal skill, which kinda resembles a koi fish. This is, by the way, something we get relatively early in Hexy, and it's also an instant cast, meaning that it's going to make traversal a lot easier.
Holy! So you're going to be able to basically transform into this fish and ride this, like, mystical road? Okay.
Plus, we get these really neat desert highways, proverbial and quite literally silk roads, offering a huge speed boost and no
That's
stamina
awesome.
consumption. And just like most of the traversal features that you will see from this point on, there are many fun challenges and mini games to take part in
What is he riding?
involving them either solo or via online matchmaking to earn extra rewards
Oh my God.
and have a little bit of extra fun. But all of that was only the beginning, because Hexy eventually got 2 more zones. Liangzhou was one of them, this mystical frozen forest of sorts, in complete contrast with the previous desert vibes. It even adds more traversal mechanics for the koi fish, like swimming up.
Oh my God. So this is all sub-regions of the region we're getting. This is all a part of the same region, by the way. I believe this is all part of the same region we're going to be getting. Or it might be something else, but I'm pretty sure he said there's multiple sub-regions of the main region we're getting. And I think this might be it. If it isn't, then we're getting this after. But oh my goodness, everything that the developers are putting out is beautiful. It's beautiful.
Waterfalls and traversing invisible pathways. Plus, eventually, it got a very fun winter event and a mystic art that lets you turn into a snowman.
That's fun.
And among others, one of its
That's fun.
skills
That's
lets
fun.
you turn
Oh my
into a
God.
snowball
That's
that
really fun. I like
progressively
that.
gets bigger and engulfs everything in its path as you roll down the hill.
Great.
From enemies all the way
Even
to
NPCs.
players, and it's been
Oh, poor
insanely
woman.
fun to jump into. However, I will have to say one of my favorites was the third region that eventually got released about 8 months after the game came out in China. This grasslands
Oh
of
my
sort. It features
God.
vibrant aesthetics, large fields with tall grass blowing in the wind that makes it one of my favorite places to be in. It somewhat gives me Ghost of Tsushima vibes, except that instead of being guided
This looks way better. I'm sorry. Ghost of Tsushima was one of the most beautiful visually looking games I've ever played in recent years. This looks just as good, if not better.
by the wind,
Look! Look!
you become the wind itself, like a form of a mountain
Where winds meet? Well, we've met the wind and now we can become the wind.
skill that you can instantly cast, just like the koi fish.
Look, even though it's very open, there's not many structures. It's like ruins. It's like it's ruins and ancient tombs and decayed buildings all around you, as you can see in the background. But my goodness, let me rewind that ever so slightly. Oh my, look at this!
The grasslands of sort. It features vibrant aesthetics, large
Look at the eclipse. Oh my God, this might be my favorite one I've seen. This might be my favorite one of the 3 so far.
fields with
Hold
tall
on.
grass blowing in the wind that makes it one of my favorite places to be in. It somewhat gives me Ghost of Tsushima vibes, except that instead of being guided by the wind, you become the wind itself, like a form
That's
of
really
a
cool.
mount skill that you can instantly cast, just like the koi fish. And by the way, that structure that you see all the way far into the background, that's going to be Halo Peak from our first region. Right now, we're seeing it from the Nameless Mountain, which is one of the 4th regions that eventually got added.
Oh, okay, so you can actually see the tower. That's really cool. So this region here, is this the new, I'm guessing the one he's talking about is this here. What he's hovering over currently on screen right now is the next region that we are getting.
This is like 9 months after the game came out in China, or around the end of September, with a second part, I believe, being released around October or November. But basically, the full region up north is much bigger, around the size of Kaifeng, give or
Goodness,
take.
I take it back. I think this might be the best looking region out of the 3, however many. Look at that. Look at this. Look how beautiful this is.
And equally as big in terms of content. And it seems daunting at first, but let me tell you, one of the things that makes it smaller, or it seems smaller at a first glance, is the ink structure mechanic that eventually got added a couple of months later. Basically, at the end of November, the game got a new mystic art, which is basically ink structure. This is learnable, by the way, via an event, and this lets you craft your own flying vehicles. Zelda Tears of the Kingdom style, which absolutely...
You know for a fact, and I can speak from experience, one of my good friends is a Zelda fanboy. Like, he eats, sleeps, speaks Zelda. He is a Zelda fanatic. When he heard this was a thing, because he did his own research on the game, right? And he saw this image. He saw this from the CN version of the game. Oh my God, did he have a heart attack? Oh my God, did he have a heart attack? And not in the positive way. He does not like this. He is an advocate of anti-gacha games or free-to-play games that do this well. He's one of those people that go, well, the poor AAA games, poor AAA game developers. He's actually one of those people that cried near enough. He got very angry that a gacha game, it's not really a gacha game. It's got gacha elements, but I wouldn't consider it solely a gacha game. But it's got cosmetic gachas. I think character gachas are more of a gacha game than these things. I think this game has, to call it a free-to-play schlop gacha, I think he's not doing the game justice, and I don't think it's fair on the developers and on where wins meet. I think this game is really setting the staple of the fact that a game can make hundreds and thousands to millions of dollars without charging $70, $80, $90 for the game. I'm going to tell you something right now. Ghost of Yotei and Ghost of Tsushima are amazing games. They're brilliant games. God of War, an amazing game. Spider-Man, an amazing game. But you know what else makes them games that sell well? Quality. But you know what? How many countless other games have released in the past couple years that have been so lackluster in quality that no one's buying them? And the AAA devs go, oh, I don't understand. We've put so much hard work into the game. Absolutely. Any game that gets made from the ground up, they put a lot of work into it. I'm not taking that away from the developers. However, unfortunately, the quality compared to the price doesn't match up. Doesn't match up. There's a reason why games like Silk Song sold an abysmal amount of copies and was nominated for multiple Game of the Year awards. Multiple awards at the Game Awards. You know? Because it was a very well-built game. A good quality game that people loved all over the world. And they charged £20 or £15, which is like $20 to $25 for a game that is a side-scrolling, Souls-like, puzzle-solving kind of adventure game, right? But it's the quality of the content you're putting out, which is obviously what's going to make people want to spend the money. And in recent years, games have not, AAA games that are charging you money have been lackluster and not been the best. Look at Expedition 33. That game cleared house. That game cleared house. But by the way, worth it, by the way, deserved. Every single person from the talent to the developers worked hard for this game, and it won just deserved. It won everything, other than one award, which Wuthering Waves won. But it won everything other than that, the Player's Voice Award. And guess what? That game wasn't more expensive than £35. And the deluxe edition was £45. That's half of what most of the AAA games of today, charge. And look what happened. But that's why I'm saying, when people complain about games like Where Winds Meet do this well, and they cry about it, going, I don't understand. Why are these free-to-play games, why are these gacha games making more money? I don't get it. It's not fair. This is part of the problem, because now people are going to want to make more free-to-play gacha games. People are going to want to make more free-to-play games. Oh no, it's going to destroy the AAA market. No, it's not. It's not. It's going to entice AAA developers and AAA companies to downsize the price but increase the quality of the content. Not all of them, but a lot of them. And we're going to see a lot more games like this releasing over the next 5 years. 3 to 5 years. I guarantee it. Next year is flooded with them. I'm not even joking. Next year is flooded with them. And this game, I think, is going to be in the top 5 of all of these games if it keeps delivering what it's been delivering. Side ramble, by the way. Sorry about that. I'm terribly sorry about that. But I wanted to make it very clear that games like Where Winds Meet do well. Free-to-play games do well. Gacha games do well. And are very profitable because the quality of the game is very high. So people are going to be enticed to spend money on these games, specifically games like Where Winds Meet. There's no character gacha, there's no benefit, there's no gameplay benefit other than the fact that you look cool. Right, anyway, thank you for listening. My goodness, let's continue.
It changes everything up. There's even a teaser in the story that lets you kind of fly your own flying mount, and it's absolutely amazing at what it does.
Look at
Pretty
this!
much changing completely how you get the feel of the map.
I would build something like this. Absolutely, I would build something like this.
Compared to when you use your flying skills. Just like in the case of the base building, the level of creativity you can put into this is astounding, and I'm pretty sure that I've noticed like Chinese players
I'm gonna be making a dragon.
and guilds building their own
Or a wyvern
flying
or something.
carriers with flying jets launching from them, so it can actually get really crazy.
Good.
Once we get this, which in theory should be a little bit quicker than what the Chinese version got, as technically all of that content is ready, it just needs to be translated to the global version. Of course, exploring these new biomes is great, but we won't survive for 5 minutes
What
with
was
just
that
our current
technique?
setups. That is why in 2026 we're gonna get 6 entirely new weapons, and I'm gonna show you the timeline
6 new weapons. 6 new weapons.
for them. Especially we're gonna get 2 new weapons, a new rope dart and a new umbrella with the human pass, which with the Chinese version was update 1.7 or 3 months after the game came out, releasing at the same time with a hexy update. These especially were focusing on more physical damage, the umbrella dealing more physical damage rather.
Oh, I kind of want to give the rope dart a go now. Is that bad? I really kind of want to give the rope dart a go.
Using projectiles, and the rope dart was
I really want to give the rope dart a go. I'm using the spear. I'm now tempted to use the rope dart.
pretty great at soul draining enemies and providing extra AoE stuns.
I think I'm going to give the rope dart a go, guys. I'm not going to lie.
Then around 8 months or so after the game came out with patch 1.9, there was the Katana and the Mo Blade, or Hang Dao and Mo Dao, on July 25th. Yeah, this was a perfect synergy, because if I were to use the Mo Dao right here, you can use the Q ability on it to get a damage buff, then switch to the Hang Dao, and the short sword is basically the parry king. Not only is this a fast-paced weapon attack with some really nice
Look at the
gap
damage he's
closing
doing.
abilities, but
I don't know what
when you
bosses he's
perform
fighting, but they
perfect
look
parries,
awesome.
you
He's
can
got
then
Minotaur
use
here.
resource to follow up with a like horizontal AoE slash that is also great at dealing damage and further staggering the boss. And finally, of course, we have to talk about my favorite of them all, and probably the most anticipated, which
God.
is the new fist and extra rope dart combination. These were released with update 2.2 on November 21st, or about like 10 months after the game came out.
Interesting.
And especially the combo between these is really great. So the fist weapon has some really great abilities on it. Your Q attack has 2 functions. If you use it from far away, it's a great gap closing.
Oh my god, I want these. These are a must-have. These are a must-have.
If you use it from close, it's basically going to be a AoE stomp that then follows up with a series of attacks that further draw the enemy in. Then you have your special attack, which is a series of fists into the face of the enemy that can also charge up your special meter, which is going to power up your heavy attack. And I want to talk about that heavy attack, because if you combine this with the inner art of the fist weapon, you can charge up a very powerful version of it that deals massive instantaneous damage. I'm talking about some of the highest damage numbers or burst of any weapon I've tested so far.
Okay, so it's going to be very powerful.
And it synergizes really great with the rope dart that's also released at the same time. This also has a gap closing ability that further smashes the target into the ground. And you can also follow up with the special attack, which just draws a lot of targets to the primary target.
Everything about what he's talking about is getting me even more excited for the game. Is getting me way more excited for the game.
Unleash the R ability, or the heavy attack in this case. Although it has a lower range, if enemies get caught in it, everybody gets like super slashed in a 360 area, and it also disables their attacks for a little bit, because everybody gets like mini staggered through all of those hits. And all of these moves, by the way, synergize with one another. So if you disable an enemy or keep it up into the air for a little bit, you can then switch to the fist weapon and continue from that point on with the combo chain, and it's just so much fun to play with. It's like one of my favorite builds right now in the CN version. Now, obviously, to make progression even better, there's a lot that was added to it. First of all, the level cap has been increased. Right now, our max level cap in the global version is 80. Well,
80's fine, 80's fine, but it looks like it's been, so he's saying it's been increased to 90?
Well, in the CN version, right now, the max level is about 120, corresponding
120? I thought he was going to say 90.
To about breakthrough level 19, give or take, plus of
breakthrough level 19 is crazy.
course the max gear eye level right now in the CN version is about level 100 compared to just 71 at the end of the first season we have.
Oh my god.
But obviously all of this will continue to progress to higher and higher levels. One of the other things that was added beyond the eye level and our character level expansion is that there are more ways of catching up with side characters, which is also one of the changes to the CN version. We actually have a way to create additional characters in the CN version, possibly more, but I haven't tested.
I'm looking forward to that.
Besides,
that's a good feature. You can actually change. That's a good feature, because that way, if people want to replay the story and replay everything, hopefully that they'll, with a new character comes a refresh of the game. I actually think, like, or you can replay the game story from the start, but there's like a box, and anything you put in that box gets transferred to your new character. They do that a lot in some other games that I've played over the years, where you'd have a universal box. Anything you put in that specific box, your other character can go in the box, take it out, and use it. I think that would be great.
there are more catch-up mechanics, like I said. One of the ways they do this in is you get a lot more rewards from everything. Even if I just were to navigate through these menus, you will see that we're getting a lot more jade fish or jade resources, a lot more treasures, including inner arts ways, from just progressing through the challenges, through achievements, and just making basic progress with our character.
Good.
Even the maps themselves now, by default, reveal locations of interest. For example, many of the duels, the meow meow activities, or any of the others,
all of those
by default
revealed.
appear on some of the first regions instead of having to manually search for them or look up online maps. Since the level cap further increases, our skill trees will also get expanded upon, and
very nice.
going to mostly include extra stat bonuses and also unique new abilities, plus more drop rates at specific eye levels and from specific zones. But beyond that, oddities collections also get expanded upon. There are at least a couple more for each of the new regions. Hexy has one, Mohist Hill also has one, alongside new oddities to collect.
What is that?
Really interesting mini games. Obviously, this is going to mean improving our
new mini game.
HP,
Interesting.
our stamina, and also the resource that we use to cast our mystic arts will have a lot more points, so we can spam them a little bit more often. The difference like here is really huge. On top of this, I've also noticed that there are a lot more resources that can be consumed to grab some of these treasure chests after eye level 71. So just to show you the example of the weekly seasonal.
So they're going to be adding more chests, which means you can unlock more gear for your character. Obviously, he's on tier 100 gear, which is crazy.
Shop stuff. We even have a new tab over here that gives us specifically chests for just weapons. You can even select which weapon category you want. Maybe you want the fist weapon, or maybe some of the previous ones like rope darts and whatnot. You're going to have the selection from over here. And obviously it goes without saying that we're going to get access to progressively more bosses that get unlocked via this these new regions.
That boss looks sick. It looks awesome. I love that.
Over here, you're going to see some of them in the hero trials and sword trials as we're going to progress from week to week. And
that's creepy as hell.
This is peak endgame. Well, actually, the peak endgame will be aesthetics.
Here we go. Here we go. This is what I want to see all of the cosmetics. Show me so many of them. What is that on the screen right now? That Oni skin looks insane.
Cosmetics. However, there's one thing I want to mention, and that is the fact that there's going to be a way for free-to-play users.
How many summons are they giving away?
Users to get.
They're giving, that was like 30 pulls.
It's cosmetics for absolute.
Look at that.
free, including some of the premium $20 to $30 items we currently have in the shop. So just to show you this, recently there's been a winter event during which the developers let us choose one premium outfit for free.
You can, there's gonna be a selector. There's gonna be a premium skin selector. 5-star skin selector confirmed.
From
Jesus.
all of the premium outfits released in the past 12 months in China. Some of
that skin, I really like the headpiece, the face piece of that skin. I'm tempted to buy it because it's currently in the shop.
which you will recognize because we also got them in the global release.
Don't
so
like
my
that.
suggestion
That looks pretty trash, but the horns, the mystic horns look cool and the hairstyle looks cool.
is to look out
That looks awesome. This
for
thing,
the
I need this thing. I need this thing. This thing, I need this thing. This thing right here looks insane. I'm sorry, it does. It looks insane.
keys that you see right here. Keep a mental note of them.
And that armor set
And
looks
remember, you
insane.
can get them for free.
That is probably... It's between that... The silver one that you showed off. It's between that...
Also got them in the global release.
Where is
so
it?
my suggestion
It's between the black armor, this white silver one, and the only looking one.
is to
They're
look
the best
out for
three.
these that you see
Yeah, so the silver one, this one, and the black
right
armor one
here.
that he
Keep
clearly chose. They're the best three. And I'll be choosing one of those three.
a mental note of them, and remember that you can get them for
The rest
free.
are kind
so
of
better save
whatever or trash.
that money for when that happens and instead use it for something else.
Damn.
Which brings us to the gacha.
What? What was that? What is this? Oh, that is just straight. That's an abomination of aura. No one should have this much aura. That's an abomination. Oof. Look at him. Look at her. Look at them both. They've got wings. Is that a cape or is that wings? He looks like he's got like a wing. She looks like she's got like a wing or a cape. Look at this. Some Aztec looking awesome shit. Like that.
Which brings us to the gacha.
What is that? What in the heavens is that? Oh my god.
Gacha outfits get absolutely wild
Like, yeah.
in the Chinese
You got the birds flying through the mountains in this one.
version. I'm just going to show you some of them.
Oh my god, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. People know purple's my favorite color. This is screaming my name. And the hat looks like something from the great Kung Lao from the Mortal Kombat universe.
Them right here, and I'm not gonna lie, they completely blow the ones we have currently in the global version out of the water, especially
Okay, I don't like this. I don't like this. I think this looks kind of... What's the one below it?
this kitsune of
Go down one,
sorts.
please.
Looks really interesting. It's
Oh, that's so cool. Oh, that's so sick. Oh my god, that's so cool. The hairstyle there looks so cool. The mask looks cool. The floating rocks around it look... Oh my god, this looks so cool. And he's got the gauntlets as well. Oh my god, he's got knuckle dusters.
probably the one I'm gonna go for, but there are at least a
And that's the aura farming one I think we just saw.
couple ones that are even better, and one is likely going to be related to the summer event, and it's going to be this Lubu slash
Lubu! It's Lubu! That's a reference from Dynasty Warriors. Oh my god, we're getting a Lubu skin? Oh, hell yes. Being a fan of the Samurai Warriors franchise, and I've played a couple of the Dynasty Warriors, and being a huge fan of Lubu. I love the story and myth and legend of Lubu. I want this. The amount of aura you would have just walking up on someone, wearing this with your big Mo blade, because his main weapon is a Mo blade. Yeah. It's a Mo blade or a big bow staff. He always wields one of them. Oh my god, I need this.
Black Myth Wukong outfit. I will continue to say Wukong outfit from this point on.
I mean, it is very Wukong because the monkey, but at the same time, it can also be referenced to Lubu, because Lubu does look very, 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 very similar to this.
Because it kind of reminds me of that. So just like in the case of
But it
the
is
one
Master
we just got this
Wukong.
winter, I haven't taken part.
And that's the thing, like, the global skins are really good, but the CN skins, that's a whole different gravy boat. That's a whole different gravy boat, guys. That's a whole different gravy boat. Let me tell you right now. whole different grade of your boat
in it, because I only recently started playing on the CN version, but it's likely going to have a similar banner with 20 limited pulls, which you're likely not going to win much out of unless you spend real money. So if you were...
Hey, 20 limited pulls is better than nothing, bro. I hate to be that guy that says better than nothing, but 20 limited pulls. 20 limited pulls on a special limited banner, just outright, it's really, really good.
To spend some real money,
this skin looks amazing. Look at the shadows coming off it. This gives me final boss vibes.
Probably go for this specific banner and hopefully get that Wukong outfit, because in my opinion it's just like one of the best looking in the game.
I can't lie, and here it is. The hairstyle's really cool.
But there are quite a few in there. Even
it is a cape.
Some of the ones from the free premium outfits event are still noteworthy to take into account. Anyway, on a final note, we do have quite a few more other mechanics missing from the global launch, and these may launch at any moment in our version. So just to show you a few, there are new types of signposts that let you interact with the environment in different ways, like for example, setting up zip lines that others can use. You can also...
This is actually a very good community thing. This would make things feel more interactive with the community.
Use these yourselves, but let's say you get to a mountain peak and whatnot and want to provide a quick access for players to go down or back up. You can create...
So it'd be like a little icon that establish what it is.
Some of these, and there are many other options you can also craft along the line. Another one is obviously the ability to import emotes and animations that your character performs for you. This is done via AI. Simply upload a video of an animation from online or a dance, and your character will also perform it, including with the camera movement. CN version also gets a force pull and force push, basically a quick update to the heavenly steel mechanic, letting you grab different objects in the environment.
Use the force, Luke.
Like crates or explosive barrels,
or
even like things to latch on. This is both...
I think that's going to be mainly for like barrels and puzzles. I don't think you're going to be able to lift everything.
Useful at throwing into enemies for dealing damage, but also at solving puzzles. As far as further maxing out our gear, we also get some of these seashells that we can use at providing different affixes. So instead of using normal gear pieces with random drops like these, we're going to eventually get ways to farm seashells of epic, gold, or even pearlescent quality.
Pearlescent? You're telling me there's a rarity called pearlescent?
So in the case of the epics and golds, they will pretty much work exactly like the current gear types we have.
Jesus. Pearlescent!
In the game, however, for the pearlescent, it seems that they guarantee recommended stats appropriate to the current path you have set, on top of also getting
these Moblade abilities look insane.
Them at the maximum rating. At least that's what I'm reading, so this is going to be like closer to the max current level. And that only covers a portion of everything we're gonna get. In the meantime, if you want to get better ready for all of this, I recommend checking out the video I covered before on how to save on the current gacha event if you haven't checked it out already, or this one in which I covered what you need to farm.
Brother, you have earned a subscribe from me. I am now super excited in seeing where this is going to be going. Oh my god, I'm super excited to see where this is going. Hopefully you are also just as excited for the future of Where Winds Meet. After seeing that roadmap, I cannot wait to dive deep into the content coming to us in 2026. But let me know down below in the comments what you thought of this reaction. Let me know what you thought of the roadmap going into 2026. And let me know if you want more Where Winds Meet content. You guys have been loving the content. I've been feeling the love, and feeling the support. But I will continue to dish out these content regarding Wuthering Waves for you guys if you keep sending me the love and appreciation for the game. But thank you so much for watching. I'll speak to you all in the next video. Take it easy. Have a good rest of your day.